It is Mother's Day, and let's face it, there are stories that only a mom can tell.
And tonight, when it comes to who raised that guy, this guy, you are so cute. What happened? Never mind.
Oh.
We are holding the powerful accountable.
I like to joke about it, and I say raising kids is really a crapshoot. You just don't know sometimes.
3 boys, Alice.
That's an extreme sport.
Was there anything about Don being the baby that was special, or?
I think maybe that's the reason he was so normal, because we didn't fuss over him.
Why are we making Swedish meatballs?
Because that's what we always eat, Swedish meatballs. Just plain old yellow onions. Okay, we'll let those simmer.
What is it like to be Don's mom?
It was hard when we first came here because I had no identity. And then it wasn't much longer, I think, when Don started that Don Does It Work. Well, I don't think I'm even hitting the egg, for goodness sakes.
Okay, let's try it again. Maybe my mom just isn't putting enough muscle into it.
I don't do it strong enough. My gosh, and I'm not a weakling.
No, she's not, but maybe I should give it a shot. Oops.
All of a sudden, I really became Don's mom.
Instead of Don Does It Work, I'm going to do Cooking with Alice.
There you go. Hey, we'll start a new show, Michelle.
Is there anything embarrassing about Don?
Oh, I wouldn't dare tell that.
Can you explain Danger Moon?
I cannot, and I don't know how that ever started, other than, I suppose in radio, it's kind of cool to have your own handle. Never really bothered me. I didn't think much of it at all. Maybe I was too blasé by then. Whatever, you know.
What is it like to see your son be a father?
That is special. I think he's the best dad going. I love to see him interact with those kids.
So is it better to be a mother or a grandmother?
I think a grandmother in a way, because you don't have the total responsibility either for their manners or their morals or anything. You know, you just can enjoy them.
You're a very good mom. Can I be adopted?
Absolutely, you already are. You might not be aware of it. Don't tell your mom.
Anything for a free meal.
It's Cooking with Alice. I'll tell you what, those meatballs, I see why you guys eat those a lot.
Well,
Your
yeah,
Swedish heritage, but...
They are yummy. And by the way, that egg product did not work. As you could tell.
No, it's not good.
Well, coming up next, it was mostly all smiles from Michelle's mom, but there were a few times when she was ready to call the rant line. Not there.
So we just heard how parenthood is a crapshoot from Don's mom.
Now it's my turn to roll the dice and ask the tough questions of your mom. Ladies first, hit 2 and we'll take your closest one. Not bad. Was it easy for you to be a mother for Michelle?
95% of the time, that answer is yes. There were some times, not often, when, you know, maybe she was a little late getting home.
Really? Do tell, because we've got all afternoon.
Well, I do remember she was on a date, and she had a curfew, you know, and I decided I was really going to stay up. And I think I was sitting on the back steps when she drove in, and I think it was something like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Not our Michelle.
You can guess that was not her curfew time.
I'm guessing it was, yes, a few hours earlier than that.
When she comes to you and asks you for advice, now sometimes you have to balance it between now being the mom and the best friend, or is it always going to lean towards the mom?
The beauty of having your children grow up and be the kind of people you want to hang out with is you do have a new friend. And I would say Michelle and I, it's probably 80% friendship, 20% relative.
You're being way too nice.
I know,
So I
what
think
can
we
I
need to
say?
go back to the embarrassing stuff. So let's talk about this video of her dancing with her kid's sister. What was that all about?
Well, see, I think when you see the video, you'll see that bookworm age that I was talking about. and the good news was, it was as though she was a worm in a cocoon, and boy, did she ever come out like a butterfly. Pressure's on, Nelson.
Look at that.
You've been playing longer than I have.
If Michelle called the rant line to rant about her mom, what would she say?
She'd probably say, my mom keeps saying she's going to retire, and doggone it, she just doesn't. What can I do to get her to do that? Woo! I knew I liked that, Don Nelson.
I know there's something you're dying to say about that story. Go ahead.
Well,
About the curfew.
I think that was my sister. Just for the record, I think that was my sister. I don't think it was me. And I have to admit, I dance better now.
Well, there you go. Coming up next.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy